Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, it gives me great pleasure to invite you to the 28th annual conference of the Economic Research Forum, which will be held from the 26th to the 30th of March. This conference started as early as 1995. The network, the ERF network, was established in 1993, and only 2 years later, we started this annual conference, which is really the flagship event for the network, because it came out to be a platform or a forum for economists, research economists and policymakers alike, and social scientists and other scientists to come together to debate and reflect upon development and public policies for the Middle East region, drawing from experiences within the region and outside the region. So it is really, truly an important event that's now widely considered the most important event in economic policy and research debate in the region. The theme of this conference this year will be revisiting macroeconomics management in times of crisis and beyond. And the determination of this theme came out as a natural consequence of the COVID-19 impact on both the regional and global economies. And it came as a participatory decision reflecting the interest of the exceeding majority of the research fellows of the Economic Research Forum Network. The conference spans about 11 plenaries and special sessions, in addition to 18 parallel sessions. The plenaries cover 3 major themes: the macroeconomics and finance associated with the impact of the crisis, as well as development strategy, the impact of the emerging development strategy beyond the crisis, thinking ahead. And then the third topic associated with this theme is the social protection. Since we know that actually the COVID-19 has actually highlighted the importance of social protection in the context of such crisis, and therefore the expectation is that social protection is likely to be a major development challenge and a major development goal, thinking ahead in the wake of the COVID-19 and beyond in the future. In addition to these 3 themes, there will be a special focus on Egypt, the host country, even though this is a virtual meeting, but the meeting itself originally was designed to be hosted here in Egypt should we have a physical meeting, but unfortunately due to the COVID-19, this is going to be a project for the future, hopefully. So the focus on Egypt focuses or addresses 2 main tenets of development strategy for Egypt. One is how to make or to exploit or to use the phenomenal infrastructural transformation that has taken place over the last 7 years in order to promote broad-based development, growth, and job creation, while at the same time providing for the other objective, which is the so-called Haya Karima, dignified livelihood, to manage the potential trade-offs between the 2 objectives and how to reinforce the synergy between the 2 objectives of the strategy or the 2 tenets of the strategy. In addition, there are 5 panels. These 5 panels basically resembles the mushrooming and robust partnership of the Economic Research Forum with like-minded institutions all over the world. For example, we have a session on infrastructure on issues associated with global value chain with the Asian Infrastructure and Investment Bank. And another issue also, another session on global value chain with the Mediterranean Partnership FAMIS, which is on which the ERF assumes the presidency of this important Mediterranean network. Also, we have a session highlighting findings of a report by the Center for International Governance Innovation on the impact of COVID-19 on health and employment. In addition, we also have a session on a report by the Economic Commission, the Economic and Social Commission for Western Asia, ESCOA, on poverty and inequality in the Arab world. So these 11 sessions, plenary sessions and panels basically set the stage for addressing the broad theme of the conference in a kind of a meeting-wide sessions. In addition, we have concurrent parallel sessions, 18 of them, and this has been actually the hallmark of the annual conference over the years, because these provide an opportunity for young researchers from the region and outside the region to present papers that are vetted in a competitive and open process. And it also provides an opportunity for capacity building for researchers to get engaged and introduced to cutting-edge research in the context of plenaries, as well as to be introduced to research that are actually forthcoming and likely to become an important research for the region. Last but not least, I would like to also highlight an important policy session, and this policy session will actually address the challenge of dealing with macroeconomic policy from the perspective of policymakers in times of high social mobilization and shrinking fiscal space and rising debt crisis. And here we will be listening to reflections of policymakers at the cabinet level in terms of especially ministries of finance, former ministries of finance, to discuss actually their experience and their perspective and how they were able to deal with this during their reign, and also the reflection of what lessons to be had from this experience. So all in all, we are actually in for very stimulating and engaging debate and discussions in the context of the 28th ERF annual conference. And I would look forward to having you all in attendance. Thank you very much.